All right, welcome everybody to Ladies Night Live. We got Yoda and Terminator. So we're just talking backstage how everybody's doing all that. So I know last week not last week.
Monday
feels like last week already. Man. So we had Skins Girl on here, but now she's home packing up again to do another trip. But so Terminator and I was talking backstage about how she's almost got everything done to close up her garden for her winter. So that's pretty cool. You want to say a little bit about that? Tell everybody. I know you told me, but
I got a question for you, Yoda, while I'm saying this. Remember
Okay.
the apple trees, the volunteer apple trees that came up and I was telling you about?
Yeah.
I watched a few of Billy from Permapasture Farms, how he puts cardboard around the trees, the base of the trees. I
Yep.
did that. And then I had this, I've got about, the cow manure I have is about 7 years old. It's like black gold. It's such beautiful compost. So
Yeah.
I did that really thick all around on top of that cardboard. And then I turn around and I put comfrey roots around because I want comfrey around my fruit trees. And I did all
You
that,
put
and
it
then I
all the way
buried it.
around the tree base?
No, what I did was I put it. I did 1, 2, 3 clumps of roots.
Okay.
And then because I can keep it under control. But and then I took it and I covered it in hay.
Okay. Perfect. Sounds good to
So
me.
because it's my first time doing it around fruit trees. And I
Yeah.
watched a few of his videos. So I said, oh, well, I can do this. I
Of
saved all of
Billy's,
my banana boxes.
a permapasture farm. Of
Yeah.
Billy's. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Billy knows the
But
stuff.
that's
So.
Yeah, but that's what I was doing, putting all I have left is I told Ashley all I have left is about a half a days to finish emptying out my beds, my small little beds, and my whole garden's put to bed.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
just thankful we've had nice weather.
Yeah. It's getting ready to end.
Yeah, my greenhouse is closed up. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
wait for the snow because in December, first week in December, we're getting snow and we're going down to -6 at night and -3 through the day. So
Whew.
our winter's here.
Celsius though for you, right? So yeah. Hey Tambra, welcome.
Hi,
Now,
Tambra.
so yeah. Tambra, I've got your package ready. Just waiting. I gotta get Ashley's cookies made. I'm sorry,
everybody
Ashley.
stole my cookies.
Huh?
Everybody stole my cookies.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. So
She looks like she's frozen.
Huh?
I got cold.
Ashley looks like she's frozen.
It's cold. It is cold. Cold. I will check Tambra. And so you say you sent, and I bet I did. So we'll get that done. So if she's got that done, I'll try to ship out tomorrow. I gotta get some stuff done tonight. Garen's got a basement dwellers potluck tomorrow, so we'll get that in there. But well, then y'all may have everything by Monday or Tuesday. So, but oh crap, that means I have to make your cookies. I'll have to stop for 15 minutes, get it done. Oh Lord. No, my goodness. It's one thing after the other. Today has been all cooking. So I now that I have my kitchen to myself and not real estate taking over all over my kitchen table, I'm able to get some stuff done. So today was ribs. Remember I said I was doing some sous vide meals for my daughter-in-law so that she can feed the kids. So I'm getting those done, and not that they can't feed them, but to make it easier for her. And then, so I did, what else did I do? I did carnitas, ribs. Oh, then I had to think about G's dinner. So I did some ribeye steaks with eggs on top. And then, what else did I do? Got it. Oh, and now I'm in the middle of fajitas. So I
I'm
considered
glad.
putting a camera in front of the stove. I'm not gonna lie, just so that I can keep going.
That's
I'm
funny.
glad you found your babies.
Yeah, can you believe that? So anybody that doesn't know, it's getting dark here. We lose daylight around 5 o'clock. And so when G gets home, he's got to get everybody out so they can graze and do all of that. And the babies went off and just started playing. And so while the babies were playing, they went somewhere. And we searched and searched. G searched, and then finally he didn't come back. I'm like, this is not good. So I went out, and Skanes finally figured out we weren't coming back. And so then she came out. And so three of us, and what we should have done was a grid search and done it that way. And we didn't. We were just kind of all over, kind of thinking it would work. What are you doing? Get down. And so let's see. So finally, it was yesterday. I figured, okay, I'm gonna keep an eye out, and so I didn't go anywhere yesterday to make sure I could keep an ear out and an eye from the kitchen. And finally, somewhere around 4 o'clock, I don't know. It was weird. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so Skanes was praying that night that we lost everybody. And she said, "Dear Lord, just send an angel and, do all that." I didn't know this until after I talked to her. Keep their bellies full and, make sure that they're okay and all that. When I went out and got them, so I finally heard them around 4 o'clock, and I just ran clear across the pasture. They were in the berry field. And so I found them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're not moving. What is going on? They were loud enough, but they weren't really moving. When I went down to go get them, they hopped up and started trying to get away from me. And so I'm like, wait, how is it that you have energy? And then I picked them up, finally got them, picked them up, and they're screaming at the top of their lungs, of course. Hey, devil dog. And screaming at the top of their lungs, of course. And so I'm feeling the one wiggled a little bit, and I feel her belly. It was not empty. I expected them to be completely scrawny and slim, weak. I thought I was going to have to bring them in the house and do all of that. I took them right back to Mama, and they immediately latched on. She let them immediately latch on. Strangest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, they were out there almost 24 hours, guys.
Wow.
So
Oh, wow.
those bellies should not.
Yeah,
They weren't
should have been empty.
full. Yeah, they weren't full,
Wow.
but they should have been completely empty, and they were not.
Yep.
So dang.
Wow.
It was a blessing for sure. But when I called Skanes to let her know, I called Garen first, of course, and then I called her to let her know, because she even started late yesterday morning, so that hoping that they would come back and she could hear him. And by 9:30, she couldn't hear him, so she's like, I got to get on the road. And
Where's your sidekick?
My sidekick went back to Louisiana, and so it's been so quiet around here. I just don't know what to do with myself. But no, so I guess
Just the
she's
one.
not in here, because she would have said something back to me. But yeah, so forgot where I was. But yeah, no, their belly should have been empty. And I told her, so I called her and I told her, I said, you're not going to believe this. I said, when I found them, I told her the condition of them and their bellies, and that kind of thing. She said, girl, that is exactly what I prayed for. Because I told her, I said, God must have sent an angel. There had to have been an angel over them the entire 24 hours in order for their bellies not to be completely empty and them not be almost dead. And how in the world a predator didn't get to him, I'm shocked. So, but
Wow.
man, yeah, thank the Lord for small blessings for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and them being overnight, right, without their mother, it's funny they didn't freeze, like be
Sure.
cold.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was cold. It was cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm floored by that. So absolutely amazing. So this is interesting. So I'm guessing, because I think this was what was said on Monday, I'm guessing that is, what was that, Cooking with Bob or something like that. And
Yeah.
Cooking with
now it
Mike.
says, So I'm Not a Lady, and it's got a different picture, right? Am I saying that correctly? Oh, no, Saeed. Oh, no, I don't know. So anyway, that's something different, but there you go. There's another one. Something else, gals and guys, to think about. There was something that came up in the Midwest feed. And so when that came up, it was a Yeti solar generator and had the panel and all that. And I was like, oh, sweet. And so I thought, well, let me go ahead and check into it, see how much the guy wants. Naturally, I was kind of thinking he was local, or between everybody, we could try to figure out how to get it down here.
Yeah.
And he immediately asked me, he goes, do you live in Ontario? And I'm like, no. And so what state do you live in? I said, well, Midwest, so obviously Kansas. And I was like, that's Kansas. And trying to figure out where I had to get that from and get all that done. And it got really weird because I was like, well, I got people up in Canada. I got friends up there. So I can let all them know, just tell me the price. Then all of a sudden it was like, well, can I just send you a link? And I wanted his price, and I wanted to know exactly like what contact information and all of that, because not everybody's on the Midwest feed, so I can't necessarily send that to somebody and them automatically be able to find it. And so I was trying to get contact information. Next thing you know, I got to get a link to some kind of site and all this other crap. And I was like,
Scam.
I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, I'm just not comfortable with that. And so I think we're going to start seeing more and more of these kind of things happen. The scams have been bad for a long time, but I think now they're figuring out, people know what they're doing, so they're going to attack social media in a heavier, deeper way. So everybody be aware of that.
Yeah, I just actually got an email today from Amazon saying beware of new scams coming out.
Yeah.
So I saw that.
It's it's interesting for sure, but these are the times we're in. And too bad they're too stupid to know that our economy sucks and nobody's going to fall for the scam. You got to wait till Trump gets in office and fixes our economy. Good night. But yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, so goats are back, and I avoided a scam and that kind of thing, and avoided sending a scam out. And who knows, I'd have hit the link, and Karen would have been really mad because it would have taken over everything if I hit that link. He always says, don't even open the email, never open it. And so, but that's what he deals with every day. He sees that all the time. So if we see an email that we didn't ask for or something like that, and now I say, oh, the one I get the most of is, your package is stuck at customs. You need to click here and find this. And I'm like, if my package is stuck at customs, then I'll just ask for a refund, because it probably means it's illegal and I shouldn't have it.
Yes.
But yeah, Tamber planted onions. Good for you.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, anyway.
I actually did something today. When I was working in my garden, I did something today. Because a lot of times when I dig up my potatoes, if I forget the odd potato down in the dirt, as long as you don't walk on that area in the wintertime, it doesn't drive the frost in the ground. Well, I get new potato plants that come up, right? Well, I decided in one of my small beds I had these a bunch of potatoes. They fell out of a box, and I thought I got, they were just little tiny ones. So I took them and I threw them all in the ground in the boxes, because I've got them covered with hay. So I'm going to see if they'll grow potatoes.
Yeah.
They'll stay there all winter.
Yeah. Might as well. I've got some herbal plants and things that I really need to get transplanted, and I've been staring at them for a month, knowing that I need to get them transplanted and planted so that they have a bigger bed, and I'll just put them in the window. And because I cook enough during the winter and get all that stuff done, that I can, keep the kitchen pretty warm. And we'll see we'll see how that goes. See if I remember. Skeins was like, "Girl, you better get those transplanted before they die." And I'm like, yeah, I think I drowned the basil. So yeah, but we get busy. Things happen. So,
Oh yeah.
especially when you got so much going on, and then spend 24 hours looking for 2 baby goats that shouldn't have been out in the first place. So, we went back to protocol, and so it's all good. So now everybody's safe. So usually when we have babies like that, sheep or goats, whatever we do, those would get in the main paddock, and we have a gate that we made and we pull across so that they can't get out while everybody else is grazing. So you let everybody out. Mama, of course, is going to run. Babies are going to follow. And then you get mama to come up with, by grabbing the babies and pulling them up. But yeah, 2 days old, they shouldn't have been out in the pasture. So it is what it is. And like I told Skeins, I said, it's trial and error, and these things are going to happen. And so, you just figure out how to get through them. Hey, Rabbit. Oh, look at Rabbit. Free drinks for the ladies, you big spender. Here's a question from Devil Dog Lucy. Is your potato area with 2 to 3 inches of mulch, and the odd tater will grow next year? In your potato area with 2 to 3 inches of mulch, and the odd tater will grow. Huh. I'll have to tell G that. Maybe I think he's planning on moving everything anyways.
Yeah, what I did was I just dug down in I've got these, though I made these raised beds, and what I did was I just dug down deep, and I put the potatoes in, and then I covered them with about 4 or 5 inches of dirt.
Yeah.
The soil that's in there, and then I put hay on top.
Yeah.
As long as you don't see, a lot of people don't realize that, like for in the cold weather, we used to leave our carrots in the ground, and we just mark off our spot. The kids were never, when our kids were growing up, they were never allowed to play in the garden area, and it was fenced off, and we marked from one end of the road to the other with markers with stakes, and then we put hay over top, good, I'd say half a foot or more of hay over top of the row. And then in the wintertime, even the tops were still growing on the carrots, and we just picked our carrots as we needed them, and the ground never froze under the snow.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to get the garlic and get all that stuff done. And yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I think I'm just going to have to prioritize everything and do all of that. Oh, so I told G, I said, I asked him, I said, have you heard from Harvest Right? Do we have any idea of any update, or, did they get it, all that? So apparently they did get it on Monday. And then they said it'll be 1 to 2 weeks before I get it back. So guess what happens in 2 weeks? We'll be headed to Tennessee.
Oh man.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm scrambling and I'm doing all that. But like I said, anything good worth doing, it's always a challenge. So it'll be fine. We're just going to have an order sheet, and everybody understands, and it's just a 1-day thing. So it's not a big deal. And most of them aren't going to have the space to pack full a bunch of food anyway. So I'll just ship everything to everybody. So, but
okay.
Yeah, we Tambra, so we always, usually, I don't think we did this year, but usually we always put straw on top of the taters, and then that way they just seem to just flourish, and we don't have to worry about late freezes and that kind of thing. So yeah. Yep. So, man, okay. So how far did you get on the van? How do you guys get anything done today, or any more stuff to get ready?
No, not really. So we've been just so far getting the items, like the toolbox thing that we're going to use I'm going to put cushions on top of them, and then we can use the toolbox for storage as well.
Mm-hmm.
I got one. I'm ordering the next one. We need to go look for a tub Um, which I don't know when that's going to be.
Hey, if you need some good compartment stuff that's all made here in the USA and getting that stuff organized, you really need to go check out Special Operations Equipment.
Let me.
And that's John. That's
Oh,
actually where
got
we're
to get her
going.
notebook.
Yeah, that's where we're going in Tennessee. And John, if you want something custom, you can actually send it to him and he'll figure out if he can do it or not. So his YouTube channel is SOE, Special Operations Equipment, and his company is specialoperationsequipment.com. And so don't email him. He won't see the email until later. So just try to go through there and see what you can do. So that man is constantly working. So, but 35 degrees. I bet it is here too. So we're freezing. G put a fire in. We've had fire going pretty much. Don't usually have to turn it on during the day because I stay in the kitchen most of the time and I'm cooking all day. So just started.
You know what email I keep getting
What?
is Harvest Right freeze dryers.
Mhm.
Nick, whatever. Every time there's a big sale, sends me all the prices and for all the different sizes of them for me to order. But and it's shocking because it would take me just to put just for the medium size, which is the smallest one.
Yeah.
It's starting right now on sale for $24.95. I'd have to save up 5 months to be able to pay for that.
Yeah.
6
Well,
months.
and then how are you going to run it? You got to be able to run it too. So, but yeah, like Tamara said, yeah, you can win one too. If you ever do go to order one, I'll tell you something backstage another time. Make sure that you ask me about it, and I'll tell you what you need to do. And if you do decide, even if you want a small or whatever. So, but we'll talk about that at a later time. But anybody else who wants one, we are actually affiliates of Harvest Right. That is what we use to put our products out on the market. And feel free to go into our about page or description and you will be able to find that link. So we've actually sold quite a few. So, well, we sold some, but yeah. So we'll see what happens. But I don't gripe about any of that because they gave me such a good deal on my extra large and it was all because we were affiliates and YouTubers. So, but yeah, Tamara, you just got to put it out there.
Friday prices.
Yeah, Tamara, you just got to put it out there and let them know. Yep.
Think positive.
Not just think positive, but put it into fruition, right? And so that's why I try to tell everybody, I'm like, quit saying I can't. You need to start saying I can. And then you figure out how you can. And then you figure out, okay, here's what my goal is. And here's what I'm doing. And then you say, okay, here's what I'm going to do. And you manifest it.
Just like the little train that could.
Yep.
I always think of that little book.
Yeah.
The little train that could. I think I can.
I think I can. Yeah. My kids.
I know I can.
Yeah. So like our whole issue here, and it just cracks me up. Geez, like we're gonna win the lottery. We gotta win the lottery. Go get a lottery ticket. And I'm like, okay. So he makes me buy them because I'm luckier than he is, I guess, but I manifest stuff. And so but then I get mad because when we come back into the house, he's like, we're never going to win that. That's never going to happen. I'm like, why are you battling me? Just stop. Just quit.
Yeah.
And
don't be so negative.
Yeah, he even does it before shows. He's like, that's never going to happen. We'll never, this is going to suck. And just like, oh dear Lord.
Well, you tell him for me, I've been living in this house 24 years. So I'd say it would be about 26 years ago. We have here in Canada what they call the 649 ticket.
Yeah.
And my husband got me to buy one. And I said, okay, didn't win, but that's okay. So then we bought again. like I was going to buy again, but it was during a snowstorm and I didn't want to drive into town. So I asked him and he said, no, it's snowing too much. We'll wait till the next draw.
Yeah.
And here with the 649, you pick your own numbers. Well,
Yeah.
I watched the draw that night and my numbers were picked. Every one of them was picked. And I've never
Wow.
touched and bought another one since. It's been
Yeah.
26 years. I said, nope,
No,
that was my moment to do it.
so here what you do is like if
That's
your
it.
ticket wins, I've noticed this and I was watching a few things. So like if your ticket wins and that happens, what you want to do is you just get one ticket. Don't pay any extra or anything like that. You just get one ticket every time the lottery plays, right? So if it's $1 or $2, I don't know. Now it's so different. I hate it when I go there because I'm so confused. It's like all of a sudden one ticket is $5. But if you win,
That's right.
then
Like
you
here.
constantly play those numbers. And then those numbers usually win more than one time. But here's the thing, and this is why I had to laugh at Devil Dog. First of all, Preparedness HQ, what's up? But I had to laugh at Devil Dog, and he goes, lottery. I used to play the Redneck Retirement Program, LMAO. And it totally is. And so this is why it irritates me every time I have to go in and I go and I buy a ticket and then he's like, we're not going to win. This is why it irritates me because I call it the stupid tax. And the stupid tax is going and wasting your money on Tamara. You're right. Going and wasting your money on a lottery ticket. And so I'm like, why? I'm already pissed off at paying taxes and doing all that. They're ripping us off. And then, you realize 45 to 60% of your paycheck is going to the government. It's not going to you. And now you're going and voluntarily turning over more money for a chance to win something from the government. And so, the only ones that I have ever seen win the lottery usually end up bankrupt about like the millionaires and that kind of thing. They end up bankrupt within years. So, 1, 2, 3 years because you didn't know how to manage your money before. Now you have all this money. And so you're rich. And so now you think you can go spend whatever you want. I actually had with the Beast was actually asking me this when we had this conversation. He said, look, Yoda, let me ask you something. I said, yeah. And he goes, so we were having a conversation and I kind of want to know what your opinion is. If someone volunteered to pay you $1 for every step you took in a day and for, however long for lifetime, would you take that $1 for every step every day? What would you do? And I said, I would not. I said, they'll offer you $1 million if you do 1 million steps and that kind of thing. I said, no, I won't do that. And he says, well, why not? I said, look, I said, if that person is offering you $1 million and then $1 every single step and doing all of that, I said, well, or I don't know, if you had $1 million, that's what it was. If you had $1 million and then somebody offered for you to pay you $1 every step, I'm probably tearing this apart, but it sounded smart when we were talking about it. And I said, no, I wouldn't. I said, you know what I would do? I said, I would take the $1 million that I had and it would be an investment and that would be sitting in the bank. And I said, and do you realize no matter how low the interest rate went, you would get at least $100,000 a year. I said, you don't need $100,000 a year to live off of. And he looked at me and he goes, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. And I said, well, thank you. I said, but this is it. It's about investing. And yeah, you are turning something over and hoping that the bank doesn't crash and all that, but there's smart ways to do it, right? And so you figure out you just have to have different accounts at different banks and that kind of thing. This is a no-brainer to me, but I grew up different. And so this is why this lifestyle has been so hard because I was always taught invest, save. And now it's just like, Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, everything is just going out the door. And Ashley's gonna have that realization here pretty soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all of a sudden then you're trying to find your side hustle and trying to figure out what to do to keep up. But you know, but isn't that the great thing about prepping and homesteading is that you can find a side hustle. You don't have to steal from anybody. You don't have to take from anybody. You just, or like we said, you just go work at McDonald's and flip burgers. My gosh, I wouldn't do McDonald's. I got to talk to Skeens about that. I would do, we have Spangles here. I go to Spangles or Sonic. They're paying $12 to $14 an hour, and interviews are between, I think they're like 1 and 3, maybe it's 11 to 1 or something like that. For $14 an hour, I'll take your order. I don't care.
Gosh, the last time here, minimum wage was, I think, $15.75 or something, and it's gone up, I think, to $17 or something here.
Craziness. So 17. That's why people get mad when we go to Sonic or something, and they're like, how come you don't tip? I'm like, why am I tipping somebody to do their freaking job? And so it's like it's expected anymore, and it just really irritates me. Now, if we go to a nice restaurant, it's a waitress and that kind of thing, we know that their wages are off of tips. And so if you do a good job for me, I will make sure that I leave money for you to do that.
And my biggest thing is, why would you tip at a fast food anyways?
It's just, this is what they're trying to train the kids to do, right? It's not necessarily our generation, it's the future generations. You should share with everybody, share your, make sure nobody should be better than the other person. Everything needs to be fair, etc. Let's
just
see.
Like when all the kids get a trophy instead of just.
Here's one for you. I was laughing. Oh, I so want to get to Devil Dog's comment, but I've got to say this while it's fresh on my mind. So grandbaby's birthday party is Saturday. And for her classroom, she couldn't just give a few invitations out. She had to invite the entire classroom.
No.
The entire classroom. Because nobody is allowed to feel left out. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It is.
Yeah. Wow.
So now what? So now you don't have a birthday party for your kid because you can't afford it.
Yeah, really. Because that is a lot of money right there.
A lot. But Devil Dog, check your W-2 or 1099. It doesn't say income. It says compensation in the upper right corner. Compensation is not income. Compensation is not taxed under $5 million a year. I don't know about that. I'll have to investigate that one. Huh.
And so, Devil Dog, I tip at fast food and takeout. Tip, don't play with fire.
Well,
hey guys,
if somebody gets nasty because I don't tip, I don't eat there. So, hey,
I don't tip at all because I don't go out.
Well, yeah. Sometimes G wants, on a rare occasion, wants to take me somewhere, but.
Oh, and then Jerry Carter, he is coming back. He did a live last night and then a live yesterday also. I don't remember, but yeah, he's back slowly but surely. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys hear what happened today? Neither one of you probably have yet. Matt Gaetz backed out from the Trump administration, and he was going to be Attorney General. He was designated for that for the United States, and he literally said, obviously I'm causing my recommendation is causing too much trouble, etc. And he said, I'm not going to do this, and have more crap coming down Trump's throat. I'm going to keep it short. And so I don't want him to have more issues. So I'm backing out. Now, that makes me really sad because Trump does things for a reason. He's a great businessman and he knows what he's doing, but he wants a smooth transition. Matt Gaetz does a smooth transition and DOJ needs to be taken care of ASAP with a clean slate. So what Matt Gaetz is basically saying, he goes, if I go in there, they're going to be fighting me so dang hard that I may have some blemishes on my record, and I will not be able to accomplish what Trump wants. Now, here's why I say I'm sad. Because that means he does have great character. And that means that he knows, he has great character, and he knows what needs to be done, and he was willing to do it. And I think, I hope and pray that Trump can find somebody to replace him that has the same character. Because that took, I'm just going to say it, and excuse me if you think it's crude, but that took a lot of balls, a lot of gumption, a lot of oomph to self-evaluate and do something like that. So that's hard for men. That is hard for men, some men. It's hard for women too. And so, you know, for him to do that, now I'm sad. I'm sad he's gone. I really am. So, oh man. Oh, Jerry Carter. Oh, I didn't see you ladies during the storm.
Were you left outside to fend for yourself? You gotta go back and watch videos.
Yeah.
But Devil Dog said, well, first Tambra said, I eat out of my garden. Devil Dog garden food is the best. It seriously is. That is just like one flavor that you can't get anywhere else.
Well, and just wait till you taste the farm raised food, right? The food you raise yourself. Like even my kids are dying. G doesn't want to butcher a turkey. And so G's like, just go buy a turkey for Thanksgiving. And the kids are so sad. They're like, but yours are the best. And so yeah, he just doesn't want to do it. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Devil Dog. But yeah, I don't know. Now we know that was sad. So y'all know my opinion on Gaetz anyway, and I just think he was falsely accused. And I almost think they knew what was going to happen back down then, and they were doing the what if and trying to protect that what if position so that the Dems could just kind of control everything. Oh, now get this. Here's the other thing, and Devil Dog, tell me your opinion, what you think on this. So immigration, so when you come over illegally and you get your court date and all that stuff, it could take years that you get your court date. Biden's bright idea is that they have to check in, and you got to, ever so often you have to check in, make sure your address is correct, all of that stuff. You have to show up, and everybody knows, you know, okay, you're following the law, doing all of that. That's nixed. And so it used to be, so that was the way you kept from getting deported. And so now they've created an app. It should go live next month, and they can check in on this app. So you can't verify address. You can't verify, you know, where they really are and that kind of thing. You have no idea. You can check in from anywhere in the States. And so if for example, if they're in New York now and they go to California, now they can go ahead and check in on this app. Guys, this does several different things. So now they figured out a way that these people can still check in and run the human trafficking ring. Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying, you know, that a lot of them, a lot that come through are part of the cartel, and they are in this business. They're also still going to be able to run drugs. So the crime rate just went up. They're setting Trump up so bad, it's not even funny. And their court date comes up. They don't show up, and Trump has no way to go deport them. You don't know where they are. And so apparently Biden says this is happening and nobody's going to change it. And so this is terrible idea. And by the way, when I say Biden's handlers or whoever the hell is listening in here, this was all planned. you did this, and the whole reason why you lost this presidency was because of the BS like this. America is mad. So let's just piss them off even more and make stupid policies. So, hey, Dusty Road, Country Roads, good to see ya. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just so irritated over all this. And there's going to be more stupidity coming down the road. He's going to do everything he can, just like when he got in office and he's the first president ever. Like he has the winning prize for how many vetoes that he signed and he turned away. And now he's doing it as he goes out of office. Thought this was supposed to be a smooth transition.
No.
Mm.
Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
No.
I mean, anything to deal with this.
It's just going to get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything to deal with this current administration, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. Craziness.
Yeah.
Crazy. But,
I don't know if you've seen that comment earlier about Double Dog said the app uses the GPS for device.
Oh, I did not hear that, so I'll have to investigate that and find out. But
And then Tambra is saying they are saying Trump is going to use martial law to send the illegals back.
Okay, I'll help him. No problem. No problem. Yeah.
And
something conservatives know and people that are like-minded, they know that true, real martial law is when we all take a hand in helping and getting things done lawfully. And so, yeah, I have no problem with that. And I know exactly where to start here locally.
Hey, Moose Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Tambra said ditto on that, on helping you.
Yep. I'll help them. Man, they're costing us so much money. And it's just not. I am just devastated that my husband fought for this country for so long and did what he did. And he goes to the VA and everything is denied. Yet an illegal alien can walk in and they get all the medical care that they need. Just unbelievable to me. So
all the medical care, all the food, free phone, free this, free that.
That's
free
the
housing.
same here. That's the same. That's the same here in Canada. All the immigrants that Trudeau brought in.
Yeah.
A lot of the ones that he brought in here. It's we've never seen the people from well, the way I say it, I just got to watch how I say it. But anyways, we've never had them here in our area, and now everywhere you look, they're purchasing, they're getting the money to purchase all our little convenience stores, our gas stations, to overtake everything.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, my God, you can't stop and get gas through Tennessee without feeling like you're in a third world country. We've had that conversation before. I mean, it's just a hot mess. But yeah.
Well, I tell you, one time, I don't know if I told you guys this. I might have already told you guys. I was with my son and my daughter-in-law, and we went. We were about an hour and a half away from home. And they were going to stop for lunch, and they stopped at this quick pizza place where you can just, each get a piece of pizza or whatever, or get a pizza that you call in ahead of time, which she did. And my daughter-in-law went in there, and these certain ones that were running it, and they tried to say that she didn't put the order in when we were waiting in the truck.
I remember you saying something.
And my son went nuts, and the two young ones that were outside, the gentleman ones that were outside, Boy, I tell you, they sure put their faces down to the ground when my son, because my son is outspoken and he doesn't care who they are. And he told them to go back to their country where they belong. And he was just not saying it nicely. And he was just yelling and he had his window wide open and he just tore out of that parking lot. He was, yeah, because they weren't going to give her pizza.
Yeah. We have to be
And
careful
they
about
tried to
that.
say she didn't order it and pay for it.
Yeah, but we do have to be careful about our reaction to the things that are going on, especially like with that. So I didn't know, I didn't have all of those details, but here we actually have something called a hate crime, and so
Yeah.
you have to be careful about what liberal city you're in, because you start talking like that, it is nothing for them to call the police, and you will be arrested on a hate crime. So you have to be really careful with that here. So our reactions need to be
And he
civil.
deals with, because of where he works, he deals with them off and on all the time. But
Yeah.
certain ones he has no problem. Just that night they just set him off, and that's the worst thing
Yeah.
they could have done. Because
Yeah.
if they would have
Hey,
tried
X and
anything, he would have been
Missy.
out of that truck so fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Yeah. I don't know. I just Trump would be smart. He, like I said before, he's going to start with the criminals because they're going to be a little bit easier to find and that kind of thing. But
yeah,
then he needs to jump back to what he was doing before, and he needs to go into some of these factories like Johnsonville, Tyson, that kind of thing. That's where a lot of the illegals are, and that's where they're working. So then once you're done with that, then you can go into the other steps and that kind of thing. But I'm telling you, it's going to be, I mean, unless they can put some kind of wild team together at this point with how many have come in and that kind of thing, it's going to take years to get these people out.
Oh yeah.
And
oh yeah,
yeah. So I don't know, but yeah. Oh, my blood boils over this. I cannot believe this is the America that my dad, my grandfather, my husband, my great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather, clear back to George Washington. I cannot believe that this is happening. And so I just disgusting. Disgusting.
it is.
I like what Double Dog said.
What do you say?
Criminals are easy to find. They work in the Capitol buildings. F in Congress.
So that was part of Matt Gaetz, what he was saying. And he's like, I'm obviously a distraction. There needs to be a better pick so that DOJ can be reformed and full swing going in. That is going to be addressed. So it's going to be an interesting 4 years. It is. But they're going to have to, they got to clean the swamp. And we saw how hard they fought last time. And I think it's really going to take 8 years. That's just my opinion. I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's going to take all 8. But
Tambra, he's actually quiet right now.
don't encourage him, Tambra.
He's sleeping.
Yeah.
He's sleeping. Be quiet.
Yeah.
Inside voices.
No, he's probably so damn tired. I bet he's just passed out. Yeah, Count Trumpula, I can believe it. I've always known. I gotta put my glasses on. I tried. There you go.
Okay.
I always known these days were coming. I was born for the war, both emotionally and spiritually. Yeah.
That's exactly what he says all the time.
Yeah. Well, so there's something to that, right? And my dad used to tell me, and so this is different terms, we'll just put it on the women's level. And this was before it was real big that all women were just the same as men, which I don't believe. And then they all flocked and flooded the military to go to war. And you know what my dad would tell me when I was a kid, because I never understood. I'm like, well, so-and-so's parents got divorced and this was happening. You saw it on base all of the time. And my dad would look at me and he said, honey, he said, something you have to understand. A military wife is born. She is not made. And I wasn't getting it. I wasn't figuring it out. And finally, I think he must have started, I think it was like 12 or something like that. He would put me in the truck and he was in charge of barracks inspection. He would say, sit in the truck and watch the barracks. Don't move. Okay. And so he would go in and start doing inspections on either a Saturday morning or Sunday morning, whatever. He always flipped things. And so they never knew. He'd go do a barracks inspection. Next thing you know, you got women that are coming out of the barracks like look like rats running from the exterminator. I mean, it was just craziness. And I remember the first time he got in there and he said, "Did you see what happened?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "A military wife is born, not made." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I started understanding once I saw that crap. Now, are there exceptions to that rule? You know, you could have a perfectly good military wife and then just be a dick, and nobody wants to be married to that. And what I mean by that, and yeah, this is going to be personal because I know you're probably watching. What I mean by that is that, you know, right in your wedding, you don't tell somebody that you're a freaking child molester. Of course, I dumped your ass. So you go a little personal, but I know he's been stalking, so I have to. But anyway.
I mean, there's always going to be those people, anyways.
Always, they're everywhere.
You don't really know who they are until you marry them. Because I've actually known people that they will be dating, and it's like they're married, they're living together, everything for years, like 10 years or so. Once they get married, changed completely. Right.
Yep.
And then they're divorced within a month or so.
Yep. Yeah, that's about right. Because you have to, you know, you gotta figure that out. And so, you know, it takes a strong woman or a strong man, because it happens both ways. And so, you know, you have to be strong enough that you literally you have to be strong enough that you literally can just stand up and say, I am strong enough that I don't have to be in this position. And you know, there were some things and some personal things that anyway. So in 2028 there may not be any elections, let alone electricity. No. Maybe go ahead and get a EMP shield put on, because it'll eventually come back up. Military's already working on it.
Oh, where is it? Hold on. Oh, Devil Dog said he's going to be running for president in 2028.
Okay.
And he's changing his name.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can run on Devil Dog. Of course, I don't know. JD Vance did a pretty good job about that. He's like, I'm a Marine. Got it. So yeah. So, but yeah. And so, you know, but there's the thing too, you know, we learn by our mistakes and we grow by our mistakes and we grow by what we learn and that kind of thing. And same thing in homesteading. And so just like with the goats going missing, and then we were able, you know, I knew what I needed to do to be able to find them. I was on it. We got them, you know, change the pattern and then redo it. So I think what he meant by the ones that, by being not made for the military, military wives not being made, I do believe that what he meant by that is that most of the time they're predators and they're not, I think that's the right way to put it. Most of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the times they're predators and they are not forever. A lot of people, you know, let's just face it, whether, and even these times now, right? Because we were talking when I was a kid, these times right now, the men and women, they're not happy when the man is gone for 6 months or 9 months or 12 months and that kind of thing. But it comes with the military, and you have to be strong enough to know how to run the household and do all of that. And if you're not and you can't, it's just not going to work. But anyway, so Yeah, that was a squirrel chase.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, there's been some things, and so that I've seen, and some things that are popping up. So I know that he is out there,
Mm.
and so and that happens when you're on camera and you're doing that, and then that person is sitting back, and you know what they always do, they get in a depression or whatever, and then they go, what if I should have, and that kind of thing, right? But you can drive the other person crazy when you actually become a stalker. So I'm just saying. And believe me, I'll shoot his ass. I don't care. So
Yeah.
don't start messing with my family. But
Mm-mm.
anyway, let's see. So I don't know. Ashley, what you got? Change subject.
I was going to actually.
You were so bad at this. You're supposed to just do another direction.
Well, I was going to say something real quick, but I was actually all up in what you were saying.
Yeah.
And now I'm like really curious.
I'll tell you later. Yeah, I'll tell you later. Yeah, no, it's just I'm like floored. And he did it. Was it last year? I think it was last year. And G and I both were on. I think we were both on. And I said something, and I literally had to get it from the computer because it took me a minute. And I was like, holy crap. And now more and more little stuff is popping up. And so I just want to, hopefully this will nick it in the bud, because next time I'll just call him out by name.
Why not?
Yeah.
In the chat, Tambra said, I think all America should run for president. I'm like, no, I don't think America will be good for that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me scroll up and find it. Oh, Rabbit said that he'll run for tribal overlord.
Oh, no. No, I'm not doing any tribal overlord. I'm not doing any leader. I'm not doing anything like that.
He'll bring back the gallows.
That crap drives me nuts. I mean, what do you guys want to be, a gang? Are we going to split into a bunch of gangs and then do that? It's not a great idea. But at the same time, we have to kind of step back, and we have to say, are we really ready for this position, and that kind of thing. I know if your husband became president, the last thing I want is no grocery stores and me having to hunt for every single thing I eat every day. I mean, there is a convenience to some things. I only want to do it when I have to or I want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like everybody needs to have a piece of land where they can grow their own food.
Yeah. That would be great. But now look at what they've done with all the land, and anything that was available is now bought because of Bill Gates is already bought, and there's no land to divide. And, just like I get mad and what we're fighting locally, I don't care if you're the president. I don't care if you're county commissioner. I don't care. You're not coming to me and telling me I have to split out X amount of acres and do all this crap. I'm not doing it. I worked hard for this. My husband worked hard for it. We worked hard for it together as a family. It's not happening. So, yeah, no. But if you can buy it fairly, go right ahead. But the problem is you have other people that are still on the left. I don't even think it's on the left anymore. They're so communist at this point and Marxist that they think we should just give everything over. It's not happening. Yeah. And we've seen it. Nobody tell me I'm wrong, because we've already seen it. We've seen it in Michigan. We saw it in New York. Everywhere. And it was, well, you should just open your doors. There's so many illegal immigrants in here. If you have an extra bedroom, invite them in and let them live with you. What happened to that being an accessory? What happened to that being a crime? Now, all of a sudden, you're being told if you have an extra bedroom, you got to bring a family in. It's not happening here.
No,
it's not
happening here.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so then any other country, if I go over there, sneak in, that they should open their doors and let me stay in there. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
So it don't need to be happening here.
Yeah. No, like, I think you mean cooking with Mike B. I think you mean intimate domain. No, that doesn't. They're trying, and that's called a land grab. And so, if you go over to Northeast Kansas Open Politics, you will see exactly what we're fighting, and we are fighting. It's not happening. And Trump's coming in, and Trump is actually going to take care of all this solar industrial crap and get all that done. And they're basically trying to take farmers' lands, and they're trying to. Anyway, it's a hot mess. I don't want to get back in there because that will make my blood boil. Terminator and Little Miss Prepper have seen it, and I get mad. So let's not go there. So,
Moose
It won't be only your lips that are red. Your head will be red too.
yeah.
was like in the cartoons, and then smoke will come out your ears.
Moose Man, he says sneak into Mexico and you can go to jail. Okay, get this. Italy, and I can't remember. Oh, dang it. Oh, starts with a P, I think. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Pan something. Anyway, Italy just put, there's a village over in Italy, and they have villas for sale that start at $1.60 for anybody that cannot stand the Trump administration, didn't like how the politics went. They can go over there and they can buy a villa and all live together in a village. This is almost brilliant. I'm telling you. Like everybody goes. So DeGeneres is moving. I'm assuming she's taking her wife with her and all of that, which, okay, so now you just tanked your entire beauty line. And so, and everybody's going to go, no, she did. And she's so rich. I'm like, yeah, she did. Because how many conservatives were actually buying it because it was a good product. And now again, just like Budweiser and just like, XYZ, nobody's going to buy it. And so now she's going to go over there and she's going to go live over there and become Italian or whatever, however that works. I kind of want to figure out what's on the backside of it because, they have taxes too. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of be interested to see how that's going to work. But yeah, the mayor of this town literally, come on in, we want you. And I'm like, go ahead and go. You can have them. So I don't know. But
oh yeah, is she going to give up her U.S. citizenship? Nope.
I don't know. They didn't say. Nobody said anything about that. So I have no idea.
Probably
but
not.
Wouldn't that be a great idea?
Yeah,
that'd be a great idea. There's a lot of people that have dual citizenship, but you have to be born as usually military brats. And so when we're born in a different country and our parents are United States citizens, you have dual citizenship. Be kind of interesting to see all of these. What do they call them? The illegals come over, the dreamers. I think that's what they call them, the dreamers. Be interesting to see how many of them actually have dual citizenship. I think we should check that out. And maybe Trump, maybe somehow that'll get leaked to Trump and he should check that out. So,
yeah.
But, and then what I think is choose.
Oh yeah.
Are you Mexican? Are you American? Are you, it works everywhere. Ireland, UK, are you American? Yeah. And so I do know Garen's cousin, when she married Charlie's daughter ended up coming over, and they're both American citizens, and she came after Charlie. So choose, make your choice. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about because I live it. So choose.
Oh, my back is hurting. So it reminded me. I ordered that one back brace that you sent me a picture of. It's coming soon.
Good. Yeah. Use the DMSO with it. Did you get that?
I ordered that too. It's also coming soon.
Good. Yeah, mine finally from Pharma, DMSO Pharma, it finally came in. And I went ahead and got the sample pack just because I wanted to kind of see. And then I got, I didn't think I was going to get it, but they're back in stock. Apparently, I got the 16-ounce bottle of the liquid DMSO.
For how much?
I can't remember. The 16-ounce was, I don't know, everything combined was like $79, maybe 80, something like that. Okay. And just go directly to their site, and it's DMSO Pharma, PHARMA, and .com. and then go in there. I can send you the link if you want me to.
Okay,
And
yeah, because I got that one from Amazon. It is exactly the right DMS. So, and
yeah,
it's
you don't order anything that you're going to take orally. Do not order it from Amazon. You only want that from DMSO Farmer.
okay.
Right? So don't order that, because there's different, and I even noticed in the sample package you get 2 different creams, and so one's cut 50-50 and the other, or the gel, one's cut 50-50 and the other one is 35-65. And so I thought that was interesting. So I'll kind of play with those. That's why I got them. Just kind of play with them. The sample pack was like, I think it was $35 or something like that. Oh, well, there you go. So then the 16-ounce bottle must have been 30 something.
Okay, because that one I got from Amazon, it was 99.9, that 99.9%
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
and it was $25.
Yeah, let me grab these real quick, and I'll kind of show you what they look like, and then y'all can figure out what you want to do with those.
Okay. That's cool. And Tamara's saying, yeah, you can go to the feed store and get it. She's also been using it for 30 years, topically.
So, and I actually sent my dad to the feed store. I said, just go to Tractor Supply and you can grab it. And so dad did that. And like I said on Monday, he's doing so much better. And his physical therapist actually told him, said, yeah, a lot of people do it and it works great. And he's like, how come you never told me about it? And she's like, right, because I can't legally, I cannot.
Yeah.
So this is the sample pack. And so this one is the 50-50 gel. I don't know. Can you all see that? You may not be able to.
There's a glare.
Yeah, dang it. And then, but these are the size tubs you're looking at for that sample package. I was pretty impressed. It's like 2 fluid ounces for each tub of the gel. And this one is the 65-35. And then you also get, this is a 1 fluid ounce. So this is what you would do orally. It's just 5 cc's into 1 gallon of it's the water, the doggone it. I can't see it, and I'm trying to see it without having to get up again. Distilled water. And so just put that in there and then mix it. And that's the water that you want to drink and do all of that. And then this is, so these are all from Pharma DMSO, I guess is what it is. Yeah, sorry. Oh, that, yeah. Oh, I told you backwards. So it's pharmadmso.com.
Okay.
So this is the 16-ounce bottle. Uh-oh. It's being cold, so it's frozen.
Oh, no.
What is clanging around in there? And I see ice. So, yeah, this one's going to have to, it was raining. It was super cold. They left the box out there by the gate because the lazy mailman didn't want to come up and ring the doorbell and that kind of thing. So anyway, I'll get that taken care of. It's liquid, so you know it's going to happen. But yeah, no. Yeah, it's cheaper if you get the gel at the farm store. I get that, but the liquid farm store does not have, that I've seen anyway, not here. And do not order the liquid off of Amazon because it's not regulated. Make sure you're getting the right stuff. That was our decision. That would be my recommendation. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not, not giving medical advice or anything like that. Do your own research. But in my opinion, that's where it would be. But
they have the DMSO eye drops too for cataracts.
Oh, it's great for any eye disease, actually. Yeah. But why not get the 16-ounce bottle and then make your own?
Hush. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, if you want to just grab the eye drops or whatever, great. But what I've noticed as I'm doing more and more research, there's a lot of people that are cutting this and selling it in different ways, many different ways. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
Everybody's
and I'm definitely going to be getting people on this because you said it worked really good for your wrist, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still not no brace. Little swollen today, from yesterday, and then the weather and all of that. I do believe that I broke something around my knuckles, and so that's where that's from. But not too bad. I'm functioning. I've been cooking all day, so I mean, like I said, the pain didn't completely go away, but I have a lot of healing to do too. So where you may not, but on the tendonitis, man, it's knocking it out. It's doing great. I'm actually sleeping at night.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
yeah, that's huge.
Did
So
Lucy freeze?
I don't know. I think she did. But
Good.
she said, oh, she was teasing. I was
I've
like, I
been
thought
just
she
sitting
said she
here
got her
listening,
internet
waiting.
fixed. But yeah.
Did I scare you? I'm scary.
Dusty,
I've been just sitting here listening to you guys.
Oh yeah, Dusty Country Road. You can find that Tractor Supply, Orchlands, all of that, but understand it's starting to get more and more popular. So you need to really, really watch for it because sometimes it's sold out. So, but if you that one, if you're going to do the gel, that one you could just get from Amazon.
Oh, and
Yeah,
also,
joint pain, perfect. Yes.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm definitely going to be, I already told my boss about it, and I'm going to tell my mom about it later, once probably I get it, because she's been having knee problems like crazy and hip as well.
Well, that's what my dad was going through, and he had that knee surgery, and then he got the sciatic nerve. He pinched a nerve, and the man he can't sit down and drive the car. It like drives him nuts. And usually he'll talk for hours. When we talk once a week, and he'll talk for an hour or more. And the one conversation, He's like, well, okay, well, I'm gonna have to go. He goes, I pinched the nerve. I can't sit down anymore. I need to get up. I got to be walking around and not sitting down and this and that. Because they were going front, they had just gone out. It was mom's birthday, and he took her to dinner. So they were in the seat warmers. But once he opened the door, he would have to deal with the dogs, and he kept it really short. And I'm like, well, that's really weird. And so, then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, I really need to tell dad about this. And they were hesitant, and they said they were going to check, with the doctor and do all that. Dad swears by it now. He put it on 15 minutes later. He's sitting in the recliner calling me and telling me how great it was. So,
Tamara says back pain, but don't wrap anything if you put it on it.
yeah. So there's directions on all of this stuff. So you gotta let it dry. You have to let it dry. And so you want to make sure that you wash the area extremely well. So what's happening, this is actually pulling, right? The DMSO is pulling into your skin. And so it's drawing everything. So if you have laundry detergent or whatever, right? Because we all wash our clothes, that kind of thing. You wash the area really good wherever you're using it and that kind of thing. Put that on. And I put mine from my fingertips all the way just above my elbow for the tendonitis and, helping keep my wrist from hurting and that kind of thing, get those knuckles healed. And so I do that, but you have to wash everything. And then I just pull my sleeve all the way up, and then you let it dry. Once it's dry, it's going to be fine. So side effects of not washing the area first. You could have terrible itching because you're pulling in other stuff. You could have a ton of sensitivity and that kind of thing. It can be uncomfortable. Now, that being said, if you wash, is it still going to tingle a little bit? Yes. And so you just have to get past that. For some, it's 15 minutes. For me, it's just a couple minutes and no big deal. But once it's dry, it goes away.
Okay.
There's no more tingling. So yeah, just, make sure that you wash really well. So especially like if you're doing the dog shampoo and that kind of thing, you want to be aware of that. But once it's dry, you're fine.
Okay,
Because you
because I
don't know
was
what they really put in the dog shampoo. We don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. We only pay attention to it for us, and then even then, not really. So
yeah, because I was going to put it on my back, and then afterwards, I guess really after it dries and all that, and I can put my shirt back on, I was going to put that back brace on.
yeah.
So I'll see.
I have not had a rash yet, Tambra, so that's interesting. I have not had that. Skane said something about having a reaction to it or something, or to an ingredient in it. But for me, that has not happened. So if that's the case, then what I would say is same spot for 2 or 3 days and then watch it and kind of see what happens. Right. So a little testing point. And
She's been using this stuff for 30 years.
yeah. But because I do use mine every day and I have not had problems. So I better knock on wood.
Well,
Knock on
also
wood.
certain people act with certain chemicals differently.
Correct. And it, like I say all the time, depends on how you eat. It depends on what you're drinking. It depends on what you're putting into your body with medicine and all of that. Yeah. Everybody's going to have a different reaction.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
but yeah.
Because man, I'm feeling my lower back right now.
Yeah. Just wait. When are you going to get it?
I think it's coming this week or Sunday or something.
Yeah. Just the brace itself, I'm telling you, it just, you have it on while you're working, doing all of that. That blood is going to get flowing and doing all that. Add the DMSO in there after you get it. Holy crap. I mean, great.
Yeah, because what I'm sitting on now, it has no back to it. So I'm hunched over, and that hunching makes my back hurt so bad.
Yeah. Because you're pulling on those nerves, and they're trying to compensate for whatever's going on anywhere else. So that's those pressure points and that kind of thing.
Okay, so the DMSO should come on Sunday, and then the back brace sometime between today and I don't know when.
What is it, like an open date on it?
Well, hold on. I clicked on it, and now it's got to load it up.
Oh, so the DMSO, if it's scheduled for Sunday, it's either going to be Saturday or Monday. Post office doesn't deliver on Sunday. So
yeah, actually, when it's busy with packages, they will deliver
Christmas
just
time, holiday
packages.
time. Okay,
they'll deliver packages only on Sunday.
Okay, all right.
And yeah, the back brace so far is somewhere between the 21st and the 25th.
Okay, yeah. Well, I had this package of what I just showed you and all of that was not supposed. It was said it was going to be here between the 21st and 25th, and I actually got it yesterday or the day before. So I think they're just giving them a leeway, because I noticed with Harvest Right too. So they extended it 1 or 2 weeks. It was supposed to be 7 to 10 days. So I think everybody's putting just a little bit of lead time on there, and that would make sense due to packages. Okay, so I won't panic yet. I have a lot of beef stroganoff I'm gonna get done.
Thank you, Tambra. I will definitely look into that.
Yeah. Equiblock, yeah. Some other recommendations that I've learned is emu. So the emu oil. I've also, Chris uses castor oil. So a lot of people here in the Midwest are castor oil fans, and so because it's also its own medicine as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of that. I've not put my dad on any of that yet, because I want to know where he's going with it and how that's working. So I'll check in with him at the end of the week and see if he needs a carrier oil with it or not, but we'll do that.
Yeah.
So, well, you guys got anything else good and going on, and any gossip, anything?
I don't have gossip really. I just have like people that own your dog, have your dogs groomed. Be patient with your groomers right now. They are swamped. Um, and if you can't get in within 2 days, it's okay. Just chill. You would have thought about this earlier, planned earlier for your dogs being groomed. Oh, and also anybody
Oh,
that's
because everybody's coming in for the holidays.
coming
Yeah.
in or going out of town, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, do you have an appointment tomorrow? No, I am booked all the way in December right now. So no. And so also anybody that takes your dog to the groomer, go ahead and book your Christmas appointments now.
Yeah.
So
And let me add this because I sounded like such a tight ass when I said it. Groomers. It is okay to tip your groomers. And I say that because your dog works great with you. Your dog may not work great with the groomer. In fact, I remember I took Gizmo, I took her to a groomer. I think I ended up tipping that groomer $50 because I felt so bad. She bit her. And like Gizmo has never bitten me. So I don't know what she did, but she was also a Shih Tzu or Mulchi Poo. And so she would get so natted up and all of that. And it was just so hard. And because she thought she was a farm dog. And so I don't think the groomer really had the experience to deal with that fancy of a dog with that bad of hair, because most pet owners that own those are much better than me, and I don't have the time to do that. And so once I found that out, she was like, oh, because I saw she had a bandage, and I was like, oh my gosh. I said, what happened? Are you okay? She goes, well, I need to let you know. Here's what happened. And like, oh crap. Gizmo's getting expelled. I'm going to have to find a whole new groomer. What the hell is happening? And she told me what happened, and I was just like, yep, write the check. So I'm just telling you. And a lot of groomers won't even tell you what they did because Gizmo had been groomed so many times before. So a lot of them won't even tell you. They'll just keep it quiet because it's part of their job. So, just make sure you tip your groomer. For crying out loud.
see, that's the thing. I like to tell the owners because maybe is there something that they could help with.
Right.
Like if there's like, because I mean, dogs, like your Gizmo that you were talking about, they have ear hair. Down here in the South, we got to get that ear hair out because it can cause an ear infection.
Yep.
Dogs don't like that ear hair getting taken out. If the dog is matted, they don't like to be dematted. They don't like their nails done. They don't like their glands being done. So there's a lot of things dogs don't like being done that has to be done anyways. That's why sometimes I would like to reason with the dog. Because I tell them anyways. I'm like, I know you don't like this, but it has to be done.
Do they listen to you?
No. and then also I go put ear cleaner in their ears to prevent the water from in the bath. And I got to do the other ear. And they're like, no, you've done one ear already. I'm like, I'm sorry. God gave you 2 ears. I have to do the other ear.
You just keep yourself entertained the entire time, right?
Yeah.
I just like, so you are so much better than me, because when I put Dolly and Freya in the tub and I'm washing them and doing all that, because I set the guest bathroom up so that it's got like the shower draw and all that, so I can get them in and do all that. When they start acting up, like I'm cussing, I'm trying to hold them down and this thing, because they don't like to be controlled, and they're herders, right? And so this is a very uncomfortable situation. They're closed in. I'm over them. And plus, border collies are just neurotic anyway. And so, I'm dealing with all this crap. So I'm cussing, stop it, pull it on them and that kind of. They would probably much rather for you to bathe them than me, because I don't talk to them. I'm usually yelling at them.
And also, of course, when they shake off and I get totally soaked and drenched as
yeah.
well, I'm like, I already had my bath.
Yeah.
This is your bath. Don't get me wet.
Yeah. That's when I'm screaming, no, 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 trying to get as many towels on top of him in the bathtub as I can, but then forgot I put him on the opposite side. And so, yeah, it happens every time. And then on a farm, so then there's mud all in the tile. So now I just bathe the dog. I'm soaking wet. It's freaking cold or whatever. And so I'm trying to figure all that out. And then now I look at the bathroom and I'm like, ugh, and I'm completely defeated. So that's why usually only one dog gets bathed. And then the Skeins came over. I had just bathed Freya, and Skeins came over and she ended up bathing Dolly, or vice versa, something like that. Because then you have to clean your bathroom, the whole thing. It's a mess. I wish dogs would just like, I even got the poof. Have you heard of poof?
Yeah.
It's a spray. And so I even got the poof hoping that, oh, when they stink, I can just spray the poof on them. No, they need a bath.
Yeah. If they get too bad, you can actually just do cornstarch. Yeah.
Well,
For like a dry shampoo.
The only problem is I would do the cornstarch and they'd both jump in my bed.
Yeah.
So,
well, of course, you want to do the cornstarch outside. Make sure they're brush it through them, and then have them shake it off really good.
Girl, you know what would happen if I did that outside? I would do that outside, and they would both run for the compost pile, and they'd be rolling in it, getting all the smell in there, coming back, and okay, I'm good, Mama. And you'd let them in, and then Garen would sit down, and they'd be on Garen, and you're like, oof. Yeah. They've been in the compost heap. So, oh, God, I don't know. It's always fun living on property and having this crap. You guys, I'm telling you, it's just always something. So,
yeah.
Either, like, it's funny because I'll have good friends come over, and then all of a sudden they're like at the table and they're sniffing. It smells clean in here. It's like they don't mean anything mean by it.
Yeah.
But usually it's because you're smelling manure, you're smelling, food, you're smelling, whatever it is. Whoever got into whatever that day.
Yeah.
And that's why we keep tomato juice on hand. Because the skunks, and so like if the skunk gets the dog, then tomato juice is what you want. You gotta douse. That's always fun, especially in the middle of the night, because that's the only time it happens. So, but anyway,
yeah.
Look, Rada's got all these like little Shadow. We had a minx. Is that what he meant? Minx? I don't know what kind of cat that is.
Black mate. Yeah. Huh.
Huh.
Now that's one thing I don't groom as cats. I've only done one cat's nails, and I've been doing it since it was a kitten, and that's the only cat I do. It's just
so it's used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would never try to groom my cat's nails. I would never do it. Cut them. Plus, they're indoor-outdoor cats too, so they need them. But
yeah, this cat I think is a total indoor cat because when his mama took him, a car went by, and he kind of like, oh no, like a freaky, like that noise is so loud, and she's like, I know you're not used to loud noises. So yeah, he's a total indoor cat.
Yeah. No, I don't like indoor cats. I'm not an indoor cat person, especially with these two. And they're hunters, so I tolerate it. And the only thing I don't like is that I'm expected to do the if I want to clean the litter box, then I have to clean it the way that I want to clean. The problem is there's something about doing the litter box. I'm literally sneezing, coughing, stopped up, doing all of that. And no matter how much I complain, I'm stuck with it. But if I ask him, he'll dump it. But I really have to watch them. I would love to just lock them outside. And usually they do something stupid. So I can totally say, look, these cats have to stay outside. This is the last time they're going to be in. I'm done with it. And then things will change a little bit. It's almost like they hear me. Like, oh, she's going to kick us out. And so, because I'm just done with it.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's Patriot Kitty, and then Freedom is her baby, the only one we kept of her baby. So
We used to have a couple cats around here, and then the boys got loose and killed them. So they're cat killers.
yeah, not good. Not
Nope.
good.
So no more cats around here. Because we
Sure. So Echo is like totally like he's got like totally going in and swimsuit. Here we go. And so I thought about that, but I thought it was creepy. Like, it's like, what would people think? But I almost thought, okay, I'm already taking a shower. Maybe if I just got in the shower, or brought the dog in the shower, then I could like totally bathe them, be done with it, put them out. And then I came to the conclusion that's not possible because I would definitely have to dry them off first. So I'd have to have a stack of towels, and I'm washing the dog, not really washing me, right? So that dog's not going to stay in there while I'm in there. And so then my hair doesn't get washed and that kind of thing. I was like, scrap it. That idea is dumb.
So my little one, I used to wash her in the shower with me. And so I actually let the shampoo sit on the dog for a little bit so it can penetrate the skin and all. So when I soaped her up, and then I'm washing my hair, conditioner, all that. By the time I'm done with my hair, it's time to rinse her. And then the bathroom door is shut. And then I just have her outside the shower, and she have towels on the floor so she can lay down, roll around, all that.
Okay. Did you go back to Echo's comment? Because I did not even know that there was a recipe like that.
Yeah,
And
there's actually different kind of recipes out there for skunks to get that smell. I haven't heard of this one though. Dish open peroxide.
Yeah.
Now look at what Echo says. Yeah, this is what, right? So, no, they don't want to be
your
in the
animal will become brighter.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Oh man.
I used to use
right,
peroxide in my cleaning solution for when I did the bunker gear and stuff. That's what we put in our soap solution because it always made everything brighter. So imagine putting it in. Yeah. Well.
Oh, peroxide. That's what I use on my teeth sometimes. So yeah, it's real good.
Yeah.
Just put the peroxide on there and then so you get them nice and white. It is 8:32, ladies.
I know it's 9:30.
I still have pork fajitas I need to get made so I can get them in the freeze dryer. So
And I'm falling asleep.
Oh crap. And okay, I'm gonna say it so I don't forget it. And I need to dress the banana pudding cheesecake so that G can take that to work tomorrow for potluck. So, that's got to be.
So you're gonna have your hands full.
I say what?
You're gonna have your hands full tonight. You're gonna be late, going to sleep late.
No, it's my day. This is my timeline. I'm not a morning person. I'm an evening person. So. Yeah. So
you're as bad as my husband. He can stay up all night and sleep all through the day. And I'm a person that gets up early in the morning, and as soon as it's daylight, I'm outside.
Yeah, I can't stay up all night. Usually about 2:30, I'm like, and dying. But yeah,
about 10:30, I am done.
Yeah. All right, ladies. Well, I am going to check out. I need to run to the ladies' room. So, no pun intended, but funny, haha. So,
Yeah.
I need to do that. And you guys be at least 1% better than you were today. And I love you all, ladies. If you're gonna stay on, great. I'll be watching you. Okay.
Okay, we're probably ready to go out too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good evening.
You too.
Bye-bye. Go live a life done free.
Have a blessed evening, everybody.
And keep your head on a swivel.
Yes.